started, I want you to know that this is a safe place to talk about what has been going on. I also want to make sure I address you respectfully. What name and pronouns would you like for me to use?
My name is Marcus, and I use he or him.
Thank you, Marcus. What brought you in today?
I'm overwhelmed. I've been trying to find housing, but I do not know where to start. Every place tells me something different, and I feel like I'm getting nowhere.
It sounds like you've been trying to reach out for help, but the process has been confusing and frustrating.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. I feel like people just keep giving me numbers to call, but nobody actually explains what I'm supposed to do.
That sounds exhausting. You are trying to solve a serious problem, but instead of feeling supported, you are feeling passed around.
That's exactly,
That's exactly.
exactly how I feel. It feels, and honestly, sometimes I do not even know if I'm safe asking for help. Being black, gay men, I had people judge me before I even explained my situation.
I hear that. You are not only dealing with housing stress, but also the fear of being judged, dismissed, or treated differently because of who you are. That is a heavy burden to carry.
It is, I do not want to go somewhere and be treated badly or feel like I have to hide who I am just to get help.
You should not have to hide who you are to receive basic support. Your identity deserves respect, and your safety matters. Part of my role is to help you look for resources that are not only available but also respectful and affirming.
That would mean a lot because I have had bad experience before.
I appreciate you trusting me enough to share that. It makes sense that past experiences would make it harder to trust the system now. I do not want to assume what you need, so I want to ask. When we look at housing options, are there any safety concerns or identity related concerns you want me to keep in mind?
I do have a friend who helped me, but I do not want to be a burden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I read it wrong. I would feel better somewhere that is LGBTQ friendly and where I do not feel ter-
Target.
targeted.
That is important. So, as we look at resources, we will pay attention to housing programs, shelters, and community agencies that are safer and more affirming for you. We can also talk about whether there are any supportive people in your life, such as friends, family, or chosen family who you want included in your support plan.
I do have a friend who helped me, but I do not want to be a burden.
You care about not overwhelming others, but you also need support right now. That does not make you a burden. It means you are in a difficult situation and trying to survive it.
I just feel
Embarrassed.
embarrassed. I never thought I would be in this position.
It makes sense that you would feel embarrassed, but needing help does not mean you failed. A lot of people face housing instability because of life changes, financial stress, discrimination, health issues, family rejection, or systems that are hard to navigate. You deserve support without judgment.
That would, I appreciate you saying that. I just do not want to feel like I'm
Begging.
begging.
want help, but you also want to keep your dignity. That is important. My goal is not to make you feel helpless. My goal is to walk through the process with you so you can understand your options and feel more confident taking the next steps.
That would help. I just need someone to explain it.
We can do that together. Let me make sure I understand what you have shared so far. You are trying to find stable housing, but the process has been confusing. You have been given phone numbers and resources, but not enough guidance. You are also concerned about being judged or unsafe as a black gay man, so finding respectful and affirming support is important. You are feeling stressed, embarrassed, and exhausted, but you still want to move forward and learn what steps to take. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, that is exactly it.
Thank you for sharing that with me. The first step I suggest is that we slow the process down and make a clear plan. We can list what you have already tried, what documents you may need.
That sounds better than just calling around. Random places.
And which agencies might be the best fit. We will also look for programs that are culturally responsive and LGBTQ affirming so that you don't feel like you have to sacrifice your safety and dignity for help. Yes, I want this to be something you can use again later. I can help guide you today, but I also want you to leave with a better understanding of how to advocate for yourself when you contact agencies.
I like that. I want to be able to do it, but I need help learning how.
That is a strong place to start, Marcus. Wanting to learn is a strength. Before we end today, let me summarize our plan. First, we will write down your immediate housing needs. Second, we will identify the documents you may need. Third, we will choose 2 or 3 agencies to contact first instead of overwhelming you with a long list. Fourth, we will create a simple tracking sheet so you know who you have called, when you called, and what they said. And fifth, we will make sure the resources we choose are respectful to your identity and your safety.
That would really help me feel more organized.
Good. For our next meeting, I would like for you to bring any paperwork you already have, and we will go through it together. You do not have to figure it all out alone, but you are also going to build the skills to understand the process. Before we finish, how are you feeling compared to when you first came in?
I feel calmer. I still have a lot to do, but it feels less possible.
I'm glad to hear that. You took an important step by coming in today. We will keep working on this one step at a time, and we will make sure your dignity, safety, and voice stay in the center of the process. You have a great day, Marcus.
You too.